What's up mga ka-Ethantastic? It's your boy Ethan and today's vlog is a special one as we kick off the first day of 2025 with a brand new adventure. I have just made my way from the land of dreams and the future, the United Arab Emirates, to the place called the land of Noah and the cradle of Christianity.
Armenia! 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 Armenia!
Tara na! Yala yala! Hamos Feknal, let's go! It's the first day of the year and I'm up early for an exciting trip. The streets of Abu Dhabi are a little quieter today, probably because everyone is still sleeping and recovering from their midnight New Year celebration. The drive to Zayed International Airport was smooth and I was ready for what's next. It's always a bit surreal to travel on New Year's Day, as it feels like the world is still taking a breath before fully jumping into the new year. But no matter, my excitement for the upcoming adventure is keeping me wide awake. Once I arrived at Zayed International Airport, my excitement was through the roof. After checking in with Wizz Air for my flight to Yerevan, I headed straight to the Pearl Lounge to unwind before takeoff. It was still early in the day and the lounge offered the perfect escape from the buzz of the terminal. With comfy sitting, free Wi-Fi and an abundance of snacks and drinks, it was the ideal spot to relax and fuel up for the 3-hour flight ahead. I spent some time in the lounge catching up on emails and mentally preparing for the adventure to come. I was fortunate enough to be the first to pass through the boarding gate thanks to my priority badge. The flight with Wizz Air was smooth and straightforward, with a friendly crew making sure everyone was comfortable. I was seated in a row with extra legroom, which was a game changer, especially since I had the entire row to myself. It was incredibly spacious and relaxing. As the plane took off and I gazed out the window, I felt an undeniable rush of excitement. Yerevan was just within reach, and I was more than ready to begin this incredible journey. After a smooth flight, I finally arrived at Zvartnots International Airport in Yerevan. The weather was chilly and I could already feel the winter vibes of Armenia. The airport process was a bit of a hustle due to long queues for the visa. First, I had to grab a visa on arrival application form, fill it out, then queue for payment, and then finally wait in line for visa processing. I got my visa for 4,000 Armenian drams. Though the process was a bit complicated, I didn't mind as I understood it was part of their immigration policy, which I respect. After getting my visa, I went through the immigration and then made my way to the SIM card counter to get data connectivity for 3,500 Armenian drams. Always gotta stay connected, right? It was a pleasant experience to find that I wasn't traveling alone. There were other few Filipinos on the same flight. We all got picked up by the same driver waiting for us outside the airport. It's always nice meeting fellow travelers, especially on a journey to a new destination. We chatted excitedly about the things we were looking forward to exploring in Yerevan as we made our way into the city. The drive here from the airport to the city proper was an exciting first taste of Yerevan. The city felt charmingly rustic with a blend of modern buildings and a traditional Soviet-era architecture. The streets give the place a picturesque winter feel. I noticed the majestic views of snow-capped mountains in the distance, adding to the beauty of the landscape. As we passed through the busy streets, the energy was calm yet vibrant. with people going about their daily routines. I could already tell Yerevan had a certain charm to it that made me eager to explore more. As we arrived at the hostel in Yerevan, I was greeted by the staff and got ready to check in. However, there was a pleasant surprise waiting for me. I was upgraded to a hotel right there at the Republic Square. Talk about a New Year's blessing. Thanks to Miss Clay of Fast Track Travel and Tourism in Hamdan, Abu Dhabi, who arranged the whole trip for me. I was excited about the change in accommodations and I couldn't wait to check out my new hotel. After a brief moment of excitement, I was transferred to the Shirak Hotel, which was located in the central area of Yerevan. I was thankful for this upgrade and I couldn't wait to settle in. I was feeling lucky to be in such a fantastic location, close to everything happening in the heart of the city. The hotel was still preparing my room and by this time, it was already 1 p.m., just an hour before check-in time at 2 p.m. Not wanting to waste any time, I left my luggage with the hotel staff and decided to explore the streets of Yerevan, heading toward the Republic Square, which was just a short walk away. By then, I was starting to get hungry, so I made my way to a nearby bazaar, hoping to find something local and delicious to satisfy my cravings. I ended up grabbing a quick bite, crispy chicken nuggets paired with a warm serving of lavash, the traditional Armenian flatbread. Let me tell you, it was absolutely delicious. The chicken was perfectly crispy and the lavash was soft and fresh, making for the perfect snack as I strolled around, taking in the sights of the square. The energy around Republic Square was vibrant and buzzing, and I couldn't help but feel completely immersed in the lively atmosphere. I was already loving every minute of my time in Yerevan. After my little food adventure, I headed back to Shirak Hotel to check out my room. The place was nice and cozy and I was ready to get some rest after the long travel day. I was assigned room 1305, which had a lovely view of the surrounding area. The staff at the hotel were super accommodating and I felt pretty comfortable there. It was great to finally be in one place after the hustle of travel. I unpacked my luggage and took a moment to relax. It's always nice to get settled into a new hotel, especially after a long journey. With the excitement of the day still buzzing in my mind, I decided to rest up for a bit before heading out again to explore more of Yerevan. After resting for a bit, I decided to head out for a walk and visit the Ararat Brandy Museum. However, as I made my way toward it, I realized that getting a cab was proving to be a bit tricky. The ride apps were not cooperating and the public transport didn't seem like the best option either. So I ended up walking nearly 2 kilometers, which wasn't too bad since I usually do at least a 5-kilometer run every day. The cold winter air was crisp and refreshing, and honestly, it felt great to explore the city on foot. When I finally reached the Ararat Brandy Museum, I was met with an unfortunate surprise. It was closed for the holiday. The staff kindly explained that they were taking the day off as it was a holiday, so I wouldn't be able to tour the museum as I had hoped. The Ararat Brandy Museum is one of Yerevan's most iconic attractions, known for its rich history and deep connection to Armenia's national spirit, brandy. Located in a charming building, the museum offers a glimpse into the tradition of Armenian brandy making, with exhibits showcasing the century-old methods and stories behind the world-renowned Ararat brandy. Visitors can learn about the distillation process, the history of the brand, and even sample some of the finest brandy produced in Armenia. The museum is not just a place to taste exceptional drinks, but also a cultural experience that gives insight into Armenia's heritage and craftsmanship in producing this celebrated spirit. Although missing out on the museum was a bit disappointing, I couldn't help but appreciate the walk through the city. The bustling streets, combined with the crisp winter air, created a picturesque atmosphere that made the detour feel worthwhile. Despite the change in plans, I was still able to soak in the beauty of Yerevan's winter charm and enjoy the vibrant surroundings. With some extra time on my hands, I decided to wander around the park's new Republic Square. One of the first parks I visited was the scenic Alexander Myasnikian statue located just around the square. Alexander Myasnikian was a prominent Armenian revolutionary and political leader who played a key role in the establishment of Soviet Armenia. His statue stands as a tribute to his contributions to the Armenian people and their independence. It's a perfect place to take a stroll, and I couldn't help but enjoy the peaceful atmosphere amidst the bustling city, allowing me to reflect on both history and the beauty of the surroundings. Next, I check out the Yerevan 2800th Anniversary Park, which celebrates the rich history of the city, marking the 2800th year since its founding. The park is dotted with statues and monuments that pay homage to various moments in Armenia's past, making it a cultural gem. It was an ideal spot for a peaceful walk, offering stunning views of the city's skyline and surrounding mountains. I could also see how the park serves as a gathering place for locals to relax and reflect on their heritage. I then made my way to Vardanyan Park, home to the statue of the Battle of Vartanants, a monument dedicated to the historic battle fought between the Armenians and the Sassanid Persians in 451 AD. The park itself was calm and serene, providing a quiet space to enjoy the surrounding nature. The statue stood proudly as a tribute to Armenia's deep-rooted history and bravery, while the snowy landscape added a magical touch, turning everything into a winter wonderland. Next, I visited the Shahumian Park, which was filled with the festive stalls selling a variety of products. The Christmas vibes were strong here as the park was adorned with seasonal decorations, making it feel like a holiday haven. From handmade crafts to tasty treats, it was the perfect spot to experience the local culture while enjoying the cheerful holiday atmosphere.
One hot Americano
Americano without sugar.
without sugar.
Finally, I made my way to Republic Square, where the energy of the city was in full swing. The square was beautifully lit up as its center stood a towering Christmas tree, adding to the festive spirit. The square, with its grand architecture and lively ambience, felt like the heart of Yerevan, especially with the holiday decorations making it even more vibrant. It was a perfect place to end my day, taking in the sights and sounds of Yerevan's winter charm. After all that walking and exploring, I was starving, but it was getting harder to find a good place to eat. Most of the restaurants around the area were either fully booked or had no available seats. So I decided to just have a dinner at the Chirac Hotel restaurant. At least, I wouldn't have to worry about the cold outside, and I could relax and enjoy some good food. The dinner was quite nice. I had a hearty dish that really satisfied my hunger. I really loved the chicken soup. The hotel restaurant had a cozy vibe, and it was the perfect place to end my first day in Yerevan. Even though it wasn't my original plan, it turned out to be a lovely experience. Well, that's a wrap for today's vlog. From my early morning flight from Abu Dhabi to getting settled into Yerevan, it's been an eventful first day of the year as I also made 18,097 steps. I'm really excited to see more of this beautiful city and share all the amazing experiences with you. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below on what you'd like to see next. Until the next part of my trip to Armenia, see you next time and stay awesome and keep it Ethantastic.